Hey, let's keep it moving along. Appreciate y'all tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. If you haven't hit the like button over on the YouTube side, please do so. We love the push that it gives the show when you hit that like button. If you haven't hit that retweet button over on the Twitter side, come on now. Y'all already know. Can't let them likes dictate where this show goes, because we never know with that. It's a dangerous place over there, man. Stay safe in these Twitter streets or X streets or re-X streets.
It sounds worse and worse.
Let's keep this thing moving along, man. The Chicago Bulls are open for business per Darnell Mayberry of The Athletic. The Bulls are looking to change things around. And I mean, listen, that's pretty much what the entire first conversation has been around the Nikola Vucevic trade. But we haven't heard that the Bulls are just kind of trying to get everybody out here. Darnell Mayberry says that the Bulls are open for business with DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine emerging as free agency wild cards. He quotes a couple of things that AK said yesterday in his post-game press conference, talking about you prepare yourself, but you just don't know who's going to be available in free agency. Once we know that, we'll be able to tell teams more. He also said that he takes his role of reshaping this team very seriously, and tonight was an important step in that direction. As I've said, everything is on the table. I want fans to know that we're committed to the process of building a team for long-term success. We've made some initial changes this offseason, and now our focus is focus shifts on Friday. I said shifts. S-H-I-F-T-S.
Okay.
On Friday to free agency. We can't predict exactly what's going to happen, but we're determined to strengthen our roster. My question to you boys is what is the likelihood that you place that we see a full-on rebuild? Or retool? I don't know. No, this probably a rebuild.
It better be a rebuild.
No, this is a rebuild. You trade all these months away, this is a rebuild, because you probably win in 30 games next year. What is the likelihood that we see a full-on rebuild from the Chicago Bulls where they blow the entire core up? That space on that was crazy. Yeah. I will admit to that. Give me a second.
Oh boy. Yeah, you gotta go pick that up. Yeah. Go ahead and throw it on your tail. Double flag. Oh, triple flag. All right. Okay. Yeah, threw it. So I only got one question to that. Is Jerry Reinsdorf still the owner of the Chicago Bulls?
Jerry Reinsdorf is still the owner of the Chicago Bulls.
You're probably going to see one of those three guys still on the team. That's all I'm going to say.
Somebody didn't listen to Daddy.
What?
Huh? Somebody listened to their father, the dad. Somebody listened to Daddy.
Oh,
told them they wanted to stay competitive. And someone's like, no, we're making some changes.
Why's your hand up back there? What's going on back there?
500 in the chest. 500.
Oh, over 500 in the chest.
500. Oh, snap.
Appreciate you.
I thought you were like asking for help.
Yeah,
like
I gotta answer.
He called himself Daddy. I don't like that. I thought that's what was going on.
Yeah,
back
I'm
there.
sorry. That's a little questionable, Joe.
He put his hands
on you.
He just like this.
Oh yeah, we wrapped up, man.
like this.
Hey,
Take your shirt off.
You know what? Hey, but you know what, man? This is what I'm thinking. Like, all right, we know what's gonna happen. It's the same run of the mill. We need to sell tickets. That's it.
Yeah.
We don't care at what cost it takes. I don't necessarily care if you win. Yeah. Just sell out my arena. This is Jerry Reinsdorf talking to the team.
This is your conscience.
This is your conscience. This is what he wants you to do. He just wants to fill the seats. It's all about the money. And at the end of the day, we'll never be fully competitive because of the fact that they're too afraid to tear it fully down. The only time this really happened is when Krause was here and he tore down the dynasty. That was it.
But are you in a position where you have to tear it fully down? That's the question.
It's about selling hope. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And the thing why they could afford to tear the Bulls down post Michael Jordan was that they already had the sellouts for like they were sold out for like 10 years. So they could afford to do it. So now it's like the money's already in. So the whole point is that's the model even with the Cubs. The Cubs stayed, they were making money and they had sellouts for forever because it was just a good time.
Yeah.
And then but if you can sell hope,
they still sell. What you mean? This team ain't no good.
Right.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
Hey, you're right. I can't even argue that.
No.
How you feel about that, Jordan? You good? You good?
I'm
You
all
good?
right. I'm okay.
No, but I think for them, the Bulls mentality is that you got a youth movement. I mean, technically, I'm excited just to see the young guys. I'm excited to see Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
And if this Matas,
Hopefully not outside of high school.
yeah, such a jerk. Even with the way
I can get away with that on the breeze.
to see what Matas is doing, though. I mean, if he's a rim protector and he's dominant, so freaking immature.
I didn't say nothing.
He's just immature, bro.
Go ahead. If he's a rim protector,
You can't win.
He jumps around the basket. He does very well, defending the basketball hoop.
Oh, snap.
And
That's a lot of eggshells today.
but the ascension of Kobe White, I mean, you have something to actually look forward to versus, I mean, you will know that this team is probably still a first round, if maybe even a play-in team, but at least you know that there's growth. You're disappointed that this team has practically with 2 or 3 all-stars on the squad, and you can't even make the 8th seed. You can't even get in the playoffs. That to me is deflating. Why I didn't want to watch the games. I didn't want to go and see them because they're underachievers. At least I got a chance to see this team might do something.
I think this is the part where I say, do we need to see a rebuild though?
Mm-hmm. Versus a retool?
Versus a retool.
Mm.
If Kobe White continues to make strides in the right direction, are you rebuilding?
Well, you get fortunate because you're building around Kobe White now.
Yeah, but that's not a rebuild. That's what I'm saying.
certain...
This is not a rebuild. Kobe White's gotten to a point where you say, okay, we believe in him enough to build around him. You have Josh Giddey on the team. I think that Josh Giddey is because a rebuild is like you're tearing it down. You want to lose next season.
The same starting 5 is not the same team. That's a rebuild.
That's a retool.
No, retool is you
take some of the players off the team that don't fit, and you put other players on the team that do.
The guy that you were building around was Zach LaVine. He's leaving.
Well, if that's the case, the rebuild started 3 years ago then.
Okay, but we're rebuilding.
That's
because
retooling.
Now you're not retooling because now you're building. You're talking about
I gotta go with Pat on
DeMar, and of course you're going. I understand. I'm not even worried about it. But you're talking about moving on from your big 3 right behind you, and the new guy now is going to be Kobe White, right?
So that happened last season, though.
Right.
So
we already made an
building the squad.
No,
but now we got a new rookie,
retooling
and
around.
We got a new point guard.
You're putting
who's
new
already
people
been good
around
in the career. He's already been good in the league.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Like the piece you're building around now
is the new guy.
Is Kobe White.
Correct. So that's a rebuild.
So Kobe,
no, it's not.
He's already on the team. How's that a re? All right, I don't know. But anyway,
you're saying
no. I got you, Joe. I got you.
The whole thing out.
That's called rebuilding.
A rebuild is what San Antonio's doing. Wemby.
Yeah, that's a rebuild. What San Antonio is doing is a rebuild. The Bulls aren't going to do that.
Right.
The Bulls are going to try and put new pieces around what Kobe White is, the step that Kobe White took last season. What you're going to do with that is you're just changing the pieces around. Like that would be like saying when the Cavaliers swapped out the whole team halfway through the season, they rebuilt. Like, no, we knew we were building around LeBron, and they put different pieces around LeBron, and he ended up taking those pieces to the NBA championship. They just retooled the team. You're still building the team around the same player you were building the team around last season.
Nobody knew Kobe White was going to be that guy. He took off last year, right?
Right.
So now the new focus is him. He's the new guy. It's not Zach anymore.
But he's already here. Is what I'm saying.
Well, they don't have to go out and get him because he's finally actually.
It's like a Dan Orlovsky segment. I'm arguing words with this man. Like it's like Dan Orlovsky saying,
back.
"Is it voluntary?"
I don't know.
He said, "Mandatory don't mean it's mandatory. You ain't got to show up if it's mandatory."
You're challenging we're practically saying the same thing. They're rebuilding
Mikey says
around
Joel versus everyone.
Huh?
Fight back, Joel. Fight back.
My chat's not even working. Anyway,
I had to refresh mine too. I ain't gonna lie to you, but no, I think that Restream is tweaking right now. But here's the one thing for me. The reason I say this is more of a retool because you have a piece that you know you're building around.
Yeah,
and I do think that you're still gonna keep some of the same pieces that were on this team, right? You're gonna keep Io. You're gonna try and build around that. You hope you're gonna keep Io. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like
that is though.
I'm not over.
I wouldn't want him leaving. I mean, either way.
I'm not. Here's my thing. I love Io, but I'm also not overvaluing Io. I just watched how the Bears built their team. I'm not overvaluing anybody on this Bulls team. Muzz is sitting there and they're like,
he's a nice player to have, but
Io's your next Alex Caruso to me.
That's How
Right.
I feel.
He's your
Right.
next Alex Caruso to me. But
Which is a piece you need on your team.
if there's something that gets you off of money, if there's something that allows you to finally move on and start to get into the next generation, if there's something that brings you back more value and it costs you out to Sumo in the making of that, I watched Khalil Mack get traded away just so that we could clear money. I watched Roquan Smith get traded away just so that we could clear money.
got
And
better
we
for it.
went
We got
and
better
signed
for it.
2 pieces.
Yep.
I watched the Bears move on from Justin Fields so that we can go get the next guy. I watched the Bears move on from Allen Robinson so that we can clear money.
But it's
you don't
easier to
overvalue
build
your
a
assets.
football squad, though. It's easier to build football than it's basketball.
Yeah, but not really.
No, it's hard.
It's way easier to build a basketball squad.
is more,
In basketball,
about
if I
the
find one
player.
star,
which is very hard.
it kind of not
You know,
really.
you know what, P Kid? Yeah, you're right.
There's
It
a lot of
doesn't
great
even matter what
basketball
we call
players
it.
out here.
Let's just call it changing stuff. How about we just call it the Bulls are changing stuff? Let's
No,
just
like-
make this whole
No, he's
argument
arguing with
moot.
me. I'm saying, hey, tomato. They're rebuilding the squad around him.
No, my thing is I'm not overvaluing any piece that's on here. And to me, the fact that the Bulls are open for business, I think you're going to see more of a retool, which is why we were debating this, because
Yeah.
I don't think you're tearing everything down. I don't think you have to tear everything down.
You don't
I think
have
that
to.
you're in a
Yeah, I
spot
believe
right
it's not
now
a
with the
tear down,
pieces.
yeah.
I think in the spots right
I would
now
like
with
to.
the pieces that you have,
No,
you
don't
come
have
in
to
with a
tear
Montes Sabonis, who to me, I think he's probably going to find his way into your starting lineup by the time this season gets started, or
No, you should
partially
say
through the
Sabonis.
season.
Montes Bazulis.
Bazulis, bro,
I
I
got
keep
excited.
doing that.
I'm like, I would
Sabonis.
love to get the
I
Montes
keep
If
Sabonis.
doing
he
that,
turns
bro.
into DeMontis
Oh,
Sabonis,
oh,
we'll
that'd
take
be
it.
I would love for that, boy.
That's tingly, huh?
DeMontis
listen.
Sabonis.
Hey, if you
DeMontis
put on some
Sabonis
weight,
is,
you never know.
DeMontis, no, that's a lot of weight.
DeMontis is huge.
DeMontis
Isn't he 7
Sabonis
feet?
is freaking 7'1",
What's his weight?
260 pounds.
Oh,
He a big boy.
Get that man
oh, snap.
So I got a question for you.
Matas
just to kind of-
Buzelis, I
Buzelis.
apologize. I think he finds his way into the starting lineup at some point.
Okay.
I think that you've got Patrick Williams on the squad. I'm not a fan, but we know that
You shut your mouth.
AK is a fan of him. I think you've got Kobe, you've got Josh Giddey. You're gonna have to add a big in there, probably that's a little bit better than Adama Sanago, even though I do love Adama Sanago, but I think he's probably more of an off the bench center.
Hey, our pick this year, is it protected top 10?
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the Spurs. But yes, it is top 10
Yeah, we got a
protected.
minute before we can
So
control a
yeah,
lot of
if
things.
No,
if we're
26.
too decent, then we're
Like
not
we
even
have
getting
all
the-
our picks except next year.
Except next, okay.
Like
All right,
everybody's
okay.
freaking out about Bulls have no picks. I'm like, what are y'all actually looking at? Like the Bulls actually have all of their draft capital except next year's.
So I know we talked about this the other day on Tuesday. Out of these 3 guys, just throwing it to you all in the chat. If they were to keep somebody, let's just say they don't go full rebuild with letting all 3 of these guys go, who would you keep that would actually complement the young core?
Vooch.
See, I
And
was
he's
going
on a
Zach.
cheap contract.
I was going Zach because of the addition.
I'm thinking
of Giddey.
Zach.
Vooch is the cheapest contract. Zach, to me, here's the thing.
Okay.
I keep telling people this, right? Zach is perfect for this team in a perfect world. I don't know if y'all been outside lately.
Yeah, it
It ain't a perfect world.
Perfect world. Yeah.
I saw 2
That's-
Asians today. This is a real story. I saw 2 Asians today
Oh,
in downtown Chicago passing crack. Nah, I didn't know Asians smoked crack. Like, be real. Be real.
No,
You've
to be
seen a
honest,
lot of
I've
crackheads in
I've
your
never
life.
seen-
Wait,
yeah.
in daylight?
In daylight. You've seen a lot of crackheads in your life. Have you ever seen an Asian crackhead?
No.
I don't hang around those type of environments.
It's
so I
downtown
wouldn't know.
Chicago. I was
Sure
going
you
home.
do,
I was-
Joel. Sure you do.
I wouldn't know. Sorry.
But I say all that to say this is not a perfect world.
Yeah, yeah.
To me,
It's
Zach
not.
LaVine in a perfect world fits perfectly with this team, but you're dealing with the fact that the relationship doesn't work right now. You're dealing with the fact that the money right now is kind of holding you back. I don't think it's crazy money, but it's kind of holding you back. And you're also dealing with the fact that Zach LaVine in the 2 years that he's been into this 5-year contract, he's been hurt both seasons. So is he going to get healthier?
I mean, that's the hope.
I mean, listen, if we selling hopes and dreams, Jerry Reinsdorf is keeping Zach LaVine around.
Ability
But-
is the best ability.
You know what I mean?
Availability is
Like,
the best ability.
and Zach was healthy 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Kind of, he played. I shouldn't say he wasn't
played.
healthy. He had the thumb injury. He had the knee injury. He had the knee injury that turned into the back injury because the knee wasn't healthy and he wasn't able to land right on his jump shot. Like we've been talking about. At this point, we can say it. It's okay. He's a injury-prone player.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
he kind of forced that.
He's a little bit healthier Lonzo Ball.
His surgery was forced. He kind of made that happen, but
kinda
he's still an
forced that
injury-prone player the
surgery,
last couple of years.
I don't know. I mean, I get what you're selling. I get what you're selling, and it makes sense.
And it's not crap.
DeMontis is 16.
But I would rather keep Zach.
That's wild.
And I think I'm going based on the fit of the team. And I know it's not a perfect scenario. The contract, the relationship, Billy Donovan, I get all that. But if we're talking about if we got to let 2 go and keep 1, and you want this team to be the most optimal, I'm keeping Zach. Because you can replace Vooch easier, I feel like, as far as talent-wise, than you can a Zach. If Zach is healthy. Of course, the caveat is Zach being healthy.
But I don't even think that, right? How many players do we see in the league that can actually score 25 plus when given the opportunity?
Quite a few.
There's a lot of
there's quite a few of them now. It's a different world. Like what we're asking Zach to be is a scorer. We're not asking Zach to be the leader of this team. We're not asking Zach to be the best player on this team. And the problem is there's players out there that can do that. Now, you do have to find those players. You have to acquire them. You have to give them the opportunity. You may have one on your team in Kobe White while everybody's trying to hold on to Zach LaVine. Remember what happened when Kobe White and Zach LaVine were on the court together when he came back from injury last time. There was 2 games of Zach saying, nope, Kobe, this is your team now. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, I got the defense. I'm passing the ball. We doing this. And then there was 5 more games where all of a sudden Kobe White started to regress because Zach LaVine tried to turn back into old Zach LaVine, and it threw off the chemistry of the team. Like, you also have to think about how it affects the players around him. The Bulls won how many games in a row? Was it last year? I don't remember. I think in the month of December. Really? No, in the month of December, I want to say we won 15. Now, it wasn't in a row. I shouldn't say that. But we won 15 out of the 18 games that month. And then I want to say maybe December was the bad month. Maybe in November we did that. One of the months we had a great month, but then Zach LaVine came back and the team fell apart. The team started losing again. Team started struggling again. You have to think about the team chemistry as well. You can't just think about, well, we can't find a dude that can jump out the gym and shoot threes and possibly play defense. You also have to think about, okay, like this team also didn't play well around Zach LaVine.
Well, to your point, I say we keep Vooch contract-wise. He's a center based off where the team stands now. But I don't know. I'm looking at some teams, and I do feel like the Ayton move would be the best move to get something back. He's 26 years old. No, 25.
Still in his prime.
They just picked up the big boy from Connecticut. If you trade, they have a team where, like, if you look at their squad, I mean, it would help Portland because they're talking about they got Anthony Simons and Jeremy Grant. There's your 2 guard and Grant power forward. So
Scoot.
You got Scoot as well, yeah.
And then Scoot is your point guard. So I mean, you put Zach and Vooch on that squad, they got I think a decent team with all those guys around there. But Aiden's owed $34 million this year and $35 next year, and he's an unrestricted free agent in 2026. So there's some contracts in there that you can move to make it fit, because you're talking about moving with $43 million for Zach and $20 million for Vooch. So there's some room, that could work. DeMontis is 6'10". He's not 7 feet. So I mean, you could bonus. Okay.
Yeah,
but
I don't know about that.
I just looked it up.
I feel like he's 7 feet.
Okay, you know what, Pat? More. You're right.
hey, after yesterday, I don't know what sizes are anymore. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. They said that's the other thing too, right? Like the young man we Matas Buzelis. It's gonna take me a minute to get that one. Y'all bear with me. I ain't had to call games in a while. They list him at 6'9" based on the draft combine, which probably not shoes on, right? 6'9", 195, but everybody else keeps talking about he's 6'10", 210.
Yeah, 6'10".
Those are 2 very different players.
That's what reference got him.
So I need to know which weight he really is.
Yeah.
Those are 2 ridiculously different players.
Yeah.
6'9", 195, you're a 3. 6'10", 210, I can play you at the 4.
Pounds. Yeah.
Because now it's like, oh, well, if he add 10 pounds, he's 6'5" or he's 6'10", 220. Now you're a solid power forward. Mm-hmm. You add 10 pounds and you 6'10", 205, you still a 3.
Would you say that Zach is a top 15 shooting guard?
Out of all the shooting guards in the league?
Yeah. Not last year.
When healthy. Yeah,
say he's healthy. Say he's somewhat healthy. 65 games, Zach. 65 games. Zach.
Is he a top?
Is going right now.
Is.
Is he a top 10 shooting guard? Sure.
15. He said 15.
Top 15 shooting guard?
Top 15, definitely. I feel like he cracks top 10.
No,
he
don't
can.
Crack top 10. He don't crack top 10 to me. I'll give you 15.
Yeah, I give you 15.
But if he's considered 15, and we already said based on PER, Vooch is 28. I think Zach is. If you got to go with who's
you're still just thinking about the skill set, dog. You also, I'm telling you, like the relationship is so important. If I hate being on the basketball court with you, we're not gonna play well.
Well, I think he more so hates the coach more than
Billy.
anything. I don't think the issue is tarnished with the
Well,
players.
listen, if I hate the dude that's telling me what to do on a basketball court,
True.
it's probably not gonna go well.
Oh, by the way, we got 600 in the chat.
Over 600 in the chat.
600. Oh, snap.
He's sitting there right now. 328 over on the YouTube side. 275 over on Twitter. Shout out to y'all.
Almost
showing
half
love,
and half.
man.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
A
go.
little
Let's
half
go.
and half in my car. I am half and half, technically.
You are.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how we got here. That's kind of how we got here. But no, I just think to me, like you have to speak to the fit.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
Yeah.
Is that, and I've said it, Zach's a phenomenal player when healthy.
Phenomenal.
He's a phenomenal player when healthy, but you haven't seen him healthy.
Not recently.
And you haven't seen him fit.
The only biggest argument I have against that is the fact that Zach has not played, and we talked about this, but Zach has not played with a viable point guard since Chris Dunn. And if we want to go further than that, since Lonzo. I mean, we talked about with the assist numbers, but with Lonzo. Now we have a guy who seemingly looks like he could be a Lonzo type. I'm not saying just like Lonzo. I'm not going crazy. I know he's not good on defense. He doesn't have the shooting prowess that Lonzo has.
You can't back off of that. You said that man is Jason Kidd.
Look here, man.
You did say Jay Kidd.
We have had some horrible basketball takes on this show over the last few weeks.
That was a crazy take,
right? Once he turns
this man says Zach Edey. Oh, he went home with an Edey chubby yesterday, boy. I tell you that right now. He said Zach Edey's Tim Duncan, then he went 9th overall. He was like, I told you. Bow, take that with you.
No, forward ever to
what
play
I
the game.
said was he reminds me of the Tim Duncan, like the story arc of not. He started playing basketball later, and then he's gotten better every year in college. And he is very accomplished. He had a lot of. He was a college basketball player.
I ain't gonna lie. When we gotta like really go into detail and explain our point, that's pretty. That's
because
you can't jump on him. You said
Hey, Jay Kidd.
I'm throwing a flag on myself. I'm saying like
flags on all of y'all. There's flags everywhere. Happy Flag Day.
No.
Yeah, Jay Kidd might be worse.
That's
Whatever,
a stretch.
But you know what? To Jordan's point,
Jay Kidd ain't worse.
Yes,
It is. He said
Kidd
Zach Edey reminds me of the greatest power forward of all time. Jason Kidd is a phenomenal point guard, but nobody would say he's the greatest point guard of all time.
Hey, but you know what? To Jordan's point, if Zach is healthy and Giddey is the type of point guard that can do the stuff on offense that that Ball was able to do.
Yeah, push the ball.
Zach was a top 5 shooting guard when that happened.
Yeah.
Top 3, really. If you
all right,
around that around that time.
Oh, we go there.
Hey, we argued whether or not Devin Booker was better.
Really good takes.
Kid, get healthy.
Can't say Kid ain't got bad takes either. Now, come on now.
Kid a lot better on basketball takes than
okay, all right, I'll give
football.
you that. Kid does have
we can kill Kid for his football takes. He will be slandered for the rest of his day.
Let's move on to that last topic.
Hey man,
Sorry,
we appreciate. That's the wrong topic. There, hold on now. Wait a minute. We just got stuff popping up out here. Appreciate y'all tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. What a terrible finish to a topic. That was 3 of the worst takes I've heard in my life.
Is Tim Duncan.
And his is the least of the egregious ones. Like C-Dub game with the least bad.
Hey, that was a decent one. I mean,
he was the 3rd best shooting guard in the whole NBA
at that time. Before Lonzo got hurt. Before Lonzo got hurt, he was top 3. You can argue top 3.
Who are the other 2?
Well, at that time, what was it?
That was 2021.
Brad Beal, Donovan Mitchell.
Brad Beal. All right, let's get up out of
I
here.
mean, but
Let's get to this final
I
topic.
mean, honestly, at that time, Brad Beal was cold.
That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts, bro.
Okay. All right.
That's insanity.
What else we got?
I don't even know anymore, dog. What
Hey,
else?
the chat agrees with me. The chat agrees with me.
The
youth
youth
movement.
movement.
The youth movement.
For some reason, Restream is tweaking, so we can't put the super chats on the screen, but I do see it. Apparently I can like a super chat. That's pretty cool. Io Vooch and a first round pick swap for Gaff, THJ, and Hardy. No.
That is not. I would love that.
Appreciate the
that is not.
Appreciate the super chat, but I'm good. I am good. Daniel Gaffer's good for one reason, and we know it, right? He's with Luka.
Oh yeah, Luka makes
like Luka's making him phenomenal.
Wait a minute now.
No,
Daniel Gaffer was nice here.
Listen.
Good
Luka's
player. Turned him into Tyson
good
Chandler.
Player, but Luka is turning him into exactly what Tyson Chandler with Jason Kidd was.
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna kill me.
It's true, Jason Kidd.
Don't you?
What if Giddey turns into Luka Magic?
Come on, man. Okay, that's the worst one. That's the worst one.
I'm trolling. I'm trolling.
That was a troll. That was a troll.
Gotta be a troll.
I'm trolling.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
You know
sorry,
what?
guys.
I'm gonna roll with you.
Oh,
Joe.
God.
I'm gonna roll with you, dog.
Now you know it's a bad take. Now you know.
I present
Never
that.
mind. Never
No,
mind.
you're still talking about a 6'8" point guard that's a triple double.
Measurables are there, but I'm joking.
He's not a good shooter.
Hey,
I'm joking.
He can get better. Like LeBron wasn't a good shooter when he came in the league. He got better. He became a killer, actually.
Bro.
Luka, I'm joking.
I'm
Luka's
just
rookie
saying.
year. Am I mistaken on that? Did Luka average 27 his rookie year?
But there's a spectrum of a triple.
No.
That's
You
all
in
I'm
the
saying.
spectrum,
Yes,
dog. No,
there's
there's
a
no spectrum.
Yes.
There's Luka and there's the rest of these ones.
Man, average 27 and 6.
How many
Right.
triple double guys? No, I got you. But Luka's also
Jesus.
bigger
All right.
than that. I mean, he's still
Luka
skinny.
weighs a lot more.
Yeah,
Luka
that's
got
a
beer
grown
league
man
weight.
that came into the league. He's still
Beer league. That's hilarious.
PK said, I get sick one day and y'all ruin the basketball segment.
Yep. That's right. See?
get
That's what
well soon,
happens.
bro. Miss you.
Oh,
That's what
God.
happens,
Y'all
PK.
takes been so bad. We lost 20 people,
I have
30
the
people.
power.
Yeah, dang it. All right, let's finish this show off, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in, showing love. Jesus Christ. Help me.